Hello, my name is Diriki T, Geuka, and I'm a corporate associate here at Townsend and Lockett's Atlanta office. We also have offices in Dallas and in Chicago. Now, we represent a myriad of clients from startups to private equity and venture capital firms to Fortune 100 and 500 companies. As far as the compensation for someone that's a corporate attorney, it's typically going to be on the higher end relative to your years of practice to perhaps some other practice areas. The size of the firm that you work at also can influence how much money you make. In my previous role, I was an assistant county attorney for a large county in Florida, and the salary compensation wasn't the same, but the experience was great. So to anyone out there considering pursuing a career in the law, you might want to think about what you gain in the position, not just the compensation, especially in your beginning years of practice. The thing I love about my current career is you get to help people realize their dreams. You have someone that comes to you that, all of us have great ideas, and they say, I want to make my great idea a reality. I want to employ myself based off this idea. I want to solve a problem that I've realized in society based off of my idea. And they know the end point where they want to be, but oftentimes the attorney is that missing puzzle piece that helps them navigate the path towards where they want to go. I guess, I could have a joke for what I would change about my current position. There's always a learning curve when you start something new. And the law is one of those practice areas where you go to law school, you learn about the theory of law, you learn about, what judges think the law should be, what legal scholars think the law should be. But once you actually start practicing, there's a whole new host of experiences that you have to just go through. There's no real shortcut to it to understand how to actually practice the law as opposed to thinking like an attorney or writing like an attorney. So that's something that I would change because that learning curve is oftentimes pretty steep. I think the next thing in my career path is I'm an entry-level attorney. I've been practicing for less than 4 years now. And I think around the time you hit your 5th or 6th year, you start to develop an expertise in a given area of practice that you're a part of. So for me, I want to be an expert. I want to keep learning. I want to keep growing. I want to keep cultivating the skills that are going to help me deliver greater value to the clients that I serve and that my firm serves. And that's my next career goal. So I think as far as my educational journey, I was very fortunate. I went to Florida A&M University for undergrad, and attending that illustrious HBCU was game-changing for me. When I got to law school, some of the stuff that was important that I think I would encourage anyone that wants to be an attorney to do is I took hard classes. I didn't take classes just that I think would be an easy A. I took courses that I thought were really going to prepare me for the type of work I wanted to do when I get out. So that's something I would encourage everyone to consider. Don't run away from your hard classes, whether it's a biology course, whether it's a corporate course, whether it's a real estate course. They're going to be challenging, but the goal is to help you get to wherever your finish line is that you set for yourself. So don't get too short-sighted with running away from those challenges that are embedded in your coursework. The one piece of advice I would give to someone that's interested in pursuing a career in the law is this: get comfortable with failure, learn how to fail, and embrace it, because that's how you learn. If you think about the scientific method, it's about testing a bunch of hypotheses to see what's accurate and what's not. Well, the same thing is true in life, and I found in law. You're going to go into work, you're going to write something, and you're going to think, is that right? No, it's not. You're going to have to delete it and rewrite it again. And eventually, you'll get to something that is perfect or as near to perfect as you think it could be, and you're going to be satisfied with it, and it's going to be a benefit to whoever you work for, whether that be a private client, a government official if you work in the government, a judge if you happen to end up clerking somewhere, or whoever your entity is that you're working with. We all know that certain careers are going to be here for a very long time, but they will change forms. When you look at the advent of something like Bitcoin or these tokens that you hear people talking about, there's going to need to be experts who are lawyers that know about those things and can draw kind of a line in the sandbox that says, here's the rules that govern how these transactions are made and processed. So to anyone out there that's thinking about a career in the law, you might come along in your career at a time where you can become the new expert in something where there are no experts in it right now, or at least there's very few. So that's something to consider if you want to practice. So I give back to my community in a lot of different ways. I am a bar prep instructor for my law school, Stetson University College of Law. I've coached about 24 students to completion of the Florida bar exam and also the Georgia bar exam. I also am the incoming parliamentarian for the Emerging 100 of Atlanta, and I got to say that's my favorite opportunity and way to give back. But every time I find the opportunity to help someone, if it works because I'm learning along the way, they're learning along the way. So look for ways to give back, because I do believe that you will get what you put out into this world. And if you put out good, you'll get back good. And that's been true in my life.